Yeah.
You put all my butt toys away. Oh, shit.
I think it started.
Oh, no.
Alex, man.
Oh,
Okay.
no, my ass crystal.
Your ass crystal. Okay.
All right.
Welcome, people and others.
Oh,
Is
we
there
were
anyone
live
in here
on
yet?
that.
We were, as soon as you said my butt toys was when we went live.
Okay, that sounds
So,
good.
yeah, that's how we're starting tonight's stream, is with Alex's butt toys.
Smell it.
Yeah, as one does. Yeah.
You know.
Looks like someone is missing. Yes, Artie. We are Dylan-less tonight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he got caught up with some festival coverage he's doing, so it's just gonna be me and Alex. I had
We're missing two pieces actually. We're missing Dylan and a Luke. So
Luke, but yeah, I mean Luke hasn't been coming generally.
And,
but
by the way, I kind of jumped the gun because there was like a wall of text in our little group chat, and I like came back after a narcoleptic nap, and like there was just like
it was a lot.
12 books on what we were doing and everything else in the world, and I didn't see the one line that said, by the way.
Yeah, Jake couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately, either. So once I found out that Dylan wasn't coming, I messaged Jake, and he was good, but then he had something come up last minute, so he wasn't able to make it. So it's just me and Alex tonight, and we do have some
music.
I don't know, can we? Is that a thing we can do?
Yeah, you could play here. I'll send you a link to something.
Okay. Because I don't
copyright free.
Bear this in mind, everyone. Dylan is usually the one who hosts these. So I'm just trying to figure out how the hell this all works. Because
I don't fly by the seat of our pants, guys.
Exactly. Hey, Dee Dee, how's it going? Hayden says, just want to take this time to tell you how much you inspired me to start my own horror content on my channel, Evan. Oh, dude, that's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. Is this your channel here, the one that you're messaging from? Because I'll check it out if it is. Starting to doubt your commitment to Sparkle Motion.
I'm starting to doubt your commitment to Sparkle Motion.
I do wish Luke was here because I finally saw the people under the stairs, and he's been waiting for me to see that for a long time.
Dude, that's so funny to me.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to use like a YouTube video, don't you?
Well, see, this is the thing. I don't know how to get my desktop audio playing in it unless I can. Hold on.
It's Carl Casey is what you want to use because he does.
Okay. Oh, I see. I can add like MP3s into StreamYard directly. Cool.
Yeah. White Bat Audio.
Yeah.
You can literally play anything from that, and they have
Sweet.
like playlists and stuff.
Sweet. Okay, yeah. So even though we are missing some people, there's actually some stories that I'm looking forward to talking about on here.
Yeah.
We went through because again, usually Dylan is organizing these and he's got everything compiled and ready to go, and we're just kind of freeloading, which is fun. But yeah, we had to go through today and try and find stories that were interesting, and I now have more respect for Dylan because these take a lot of work to set up.
Mm-hmm.
And I had
that big a deal.
I'm just trying to talk up Dylan, trying to make him.
No, we miss him though. We wish both of them were here. Actually, it'd be
honestly
better if both of them were here, but
it would be vastly better.
Dylan told me to tell you guys. He said, "Fuck off." So
yeah, he said he doesn't want to do it anymore. He's giving us, Alex and I, his channel, splitting stocks.
Right.
So from here on out,
I'll get like 20 cents. You'll get the
something like that.
21.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
he knows I'm kidding.
Alex,
they know we love them.
Fuck's
Dylan,
sake.
Luke, come on.
They know. Wait, I know what I can do.
I congratulated them. They beat me in numbers. They're better than my channel. So
did they?
I want to hear. Yeah, they passed me by a few.
I didn't know that.
That one video that blew
Dude,
up. Like,
they fucking because we'd been messaging Dylan a fair bit, and I know that he was feeling like a little, not to get into like too much detail, but like it can be stressful sometimes trying to get this off the ground, and then they put up that Longlegs video, and it just flew.
Yeah.
Like absolutely flew.
Like that. Crazy.
Is it up to 100K now?
I think it's something like that. I don't know.
Good on them.
Some fucking big thing.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Hey Cynthia, how's it going? Good to see you in. And David Deathray.
Sorry, Necromechanical. Mechanimal? Sorry.
Necromechanimal?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the name.
We didn't tell you, so you didn't know before you made that thing, and I felt bad. I was like, "Oh yeah, fuck."
Yeah, but I always appreciate.
I told him, I was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "I fucking put it up, and I didn't think, and I can't take it down because then it's like, We can see your butt crack.
Damn it! I was trying to grab the bunny. I was gonna show him to the
Look,
group.
Dylan's
Oh,
here.
Dylan's here.
Or Luke. Ooh.
Or Luke. It could be one of them. I don't know which one it is. We'll see. If he starts flirting with me, we know it's Luke.
Could be the little one.
The little one.
The little one.
That's what we can start calling him.
That's what Dylan is. The little one.
The little one. I like that. That's
Luke is
good.
The master. And
I noticed I started making, or I made an account on Twitter, and Davey followed me. So thank you for that, Davey, because I was not using it at all, and now I am a little tiny bit.
welcome to the shittiest place on earth.
Terrible. It's absolutely awful.
It's filth.
Yeah, I was not expecting how immediately awful that app was going
No,
to be.
it's not that bad. You can cater it to what you want.
All
Just
I
ignore all
I
the
haven't.
bad
No,
stuff.
here's the thing though. I haven't been on it, so I haven't curated an algorithm at all. So every time I'm going on, all I'm seeing is like MAGA stuff.
Yeah, I know.
That's all I'm seeing.
Like furry porn and
Yeah, exactly. Which, will probably stay the same once my algorithm is curated, but that's aside the point.
Do you guys think art will go to space? I think so. I think
Might
it'll
as
go
well.
to space by tomorrow. It'll be up tomorrow, and we'll have
So
to talk
wait.
about it. Oh wait,
How loud is that?
It's pretty loud.
Let me turn it down.
There you go.
There we go. That's much better. Okay.
I
Well,
think he'll go to space, and then he'll go to inner space. So
Inner
inside
space.
the body and ride and kill things inside of our bodies.
I like the sound of that. That sounds good to me. Davey said, really dig what you do, man. Saw you on Wolfman's Cutting Irons. I was like, the guy knows his stuff and he likes Halloween Ends, so I'm there. It gives me some favor. That shitty opinion has earned me some favor, but I stand by it. I still really
your
enjoy
shitty
that.
opinion?
Liking Halloween Ends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's.
No, dude, you're in good company. Trust me.
Oh no, there are way more people who like that than
Yeah.
I think a lot of people realize. The big one was when I said that I liked Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
They don't matter anymore. But
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
exactly.
like
Fuck them. No, but when I was like, I don't mind Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, that was when it was like, oh, I don't know, it's cool.
It just depends how you grew up. I think
Yeah.
younger crowd probably likes it a lot more than the older crowd.
Probably. I mean, it's such a different movie. Like, there's no other movie in that franchise that's like that. And it's kind of a nice, like, if you're going through the franchise, it's nice to get those, like, breaks where it's just something totally different.
It is really cool how they like completely turned like Michael and like did this like really cool thing where they made him like completely pointless. I love that aspect. That
Yeah.
was like the best one.
Yeah, it's really fun, eh? How many Terrifier movies should there be? I think there should be 4 or 5. There's definitely going to be a 4th. We're going to get Terrifier chat out of the way at the start because
Totally kidding.
I knew that there were going to be people who wanted to talk about Terrifier because that trailer came out.
Yeah, we're talking about it first because
Yes, because Alex is over it.
I'm not over it. Okay, just explain. Let me just go on my little 2-second rant, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, literally the way they market Terrifier for the last 3 movies has literally been, hey, did you see his shoe was in this picture in the internet? And people sleuth around. They're like, oh my God, there's like 17 teaser trailers. Like,
Isn't that kind of fun,
like,
though?
I mean, yes, but it takes the piss out of the fucking finale a little.
I don't know. I like it. It's like an Easter egg hunt. I'm enjoying it.
I'm glad to see the teaser. I won't watch any more past that, to be honest.
I'm somewhat considering doing the same thing. Like, it's not like I need to be convinced to go.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you might as well just throw up a poster and then every now and then just have him wave in like a video or something. And
They are going to
"Oh my
market the
God!"
shit out of it, though. You can bet your ass.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's going to be crazy, especially because it's a Christmas movie releasing in October, and they want to make sure people know it's coming out in October.
I really
They're
hope
gonna
it's good.
Yeah, me
I hope
too.
It better be good because of all the marketing. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know if we've really actually we've talked about Terrifier 3. Have we actually talked about the other two? Because I don't think I know how you feel about them.
Yes, I told you I didn't really like the first one that much. It was okay. It was above average because of art, and then the second one I liked much better because it had more of a direction. It wasn't just kind of like floating around, but it still wasn't solid.
Sure.
And then this one, it doesn't need to take itself so seriously. So I think I'm gonna fall in love with this one.
Yeah, I don't like the first one very much either. Like, it's fine. I actually prefer the original short film myself because I feel like the movie is so
We agree on that.
Yeah, the movie, like the feature film, is kind of like, it's like a short film stretched out over an hour and a half. So every time I watch it, I'm like, maybe this will be the time where I really love it. And then like halfway through, I'm just like,
oh, I think I'm too loud. Sorry, guys.
Oh, I don't know.
Am I too loud?
Sounds fine to me.
They're like, yes, shut up.
Okay. Weird. I don't know.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I agree because I love how raw he was in those.
Yeah.
In the original.
That first short was like actually creepy. Dude, right. And that shot when she's driving down the street and he's at the side of the road with that sign, like that's fucking eerie. It's really, really creepy. Oh, I'm a bit too loud?
You're too loud, okay. You let us know that stuff, guys, because sometimes, especially with the two of us, because this isn't our gig.
This is not our gig.
So to speak.
So I turned it down a little bit and let me know if that's better. Okay.
Wait, does Jesus exist? Yes, jeez.
Well, we can talk about that, because did you see that poster they put out for 3?
Oh,
with Victoria?
No, they're joking. That's a joke. It's just putting him in there just because. He'll be in the movie, I think. But Jesus? In a way, I don't think it. I think someone will be dressed up like Jesus.
No, I know.
I don't think it'll be Jesus.
I don't think actually Jesus Christ is going to be in Terrifier 3.
Did you ever see the movie, the one where the guy goes around with a Satan mask? It's like a really low budget.
Satan's Little Helper?
Yes.
I have it on Blu-ray.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Especially because of the end, and I can't spoil it because it would. But
it's such a dumb movie.
It really is, but I love it. I don't know why.
Too. I knew what you were talking about. I don't know, that like unlocked something deep because I knew what you were talking about right away.
Because there's not many movies like that other than like Holidays, which was what do you call it, anthology thing where the Easter Bunny turns into Jesus. Okay. And that was the creepiest fucking thing I've ever seen, dude. You've never seen that?
No.
Holidays. Watch the anthology.
Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Let's get this out of the way. So the Terrifier 3 teaser trailer dropped. It's not the first bit of marketing that we've got. We had that like teaser that released with the re-release of Terrifier 2 in the theaters last November. But that was not from the actual movie itself. That was footage that they shot a long while ago that was basically designed to be promotional material for Terrifier 3. What we've got now is actually from the movie itself. We've gotten our first actual, moving picture look at Terrifier 3.
Right.
And it's
like there's going to be a lot in the movie.
Yeah, it looks like there's a hell of a lot going on. I'm glad to see that they're not just putting the budget into like better cameras and better sets. They're just like there's more going on, especially when you look at like Victoria, who looks creepy as all hell in this.
Yeah, right.
She looks like a fucking deadite.
And she's gonna be part of the sack or something. I don't know. Did you see?
Yeah, I'm really glad that they're incorporating her more because that's gonna give the first movie a bit more purpose. Because like even after the second one, where Victoria shows up at the end of Terrifier 2, you're like, okay, but she did nothing aside from that really weird thing she did.
At first, it was the girl on the bed because she's so torn to shreds.
Oh, interesting.
So, I mean, I didn't look too closely. Like I only watched it one time because I was like, I don't want to watch too much.
Yeah. No, that was Victoria from Terrifier 1. Mm-hmm. The one who got her face eaten off. Yeah, that was her. If fucking Allie came back to life, that would be insane.
Have like a dance off or something.
Oh my god, man.
A Christmas dance off.
But I think the big thing with this is that this movie looks creepy. Like it was reminding me of like Black Christmas with some of the visual style of it, where you had those like really, really deep blacks and then the contrast with the Christmas lights, which I've always loved that style. I think Black Christmas is one of the best like suspense horror movies of all time. So to see that kind of like homage being paid is exciting. Get the stuff in the attic too with the guy with the high-vis vest going up, and I did a breakdown video on it, so I've watched every
of the the remake.
No, of the trailer. So I've like looked at. Although I did review the Black Christmas remake too.
I don't mean he means the one from 2008 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the one with
not the one with
Billy.
The girls.
Yeah, Yellow Billy, Jaundice Billy, the girls. Yeah, I actually haven't seen that one.
Dorm room, right? Like, so it's like always gonna be girls.
I didn't even bother watching that one. I don't know. Yeah, did you see it? No.
I started it and then I was like, you know what?
I did that with the remake the first time I watched it.
Me a little bit, and it's not because of what's in it. I don't know. I liked that movie, and I thought the remake was just fine. I didn't think they needed to make another.
No. I mean, I love the original, so like I watch it every holiday season.
It's on Hulu, so we can watch it.
Yeah, there you go.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, obviously the big thing though with the Terrifier 3 teaser was that we saw a tease for a shower kill. Obviously the shower death scene has been a staple of horror for a long time, since I guess it was the 60s, but Psycho would have been the first big one to do it.
Big one, yeah.
But I don't know.
He stole it from something too, but I don't know.
Probably.
You know,
that's why I said. That's why I said probably with Psycho, because every time you're like, Psycho was the first slasher movie, so I was like, well, Peeping Tom was the first. You can go back as far as you want to. So I'm always careful when I'm wording things like that. I don't know. You said you only watched the teaser once, so I don't know if you noticed this, but Art has a chainsaw there, which is going to be a problem, because we've seen what Art the Clown can do with a scalpel.
Oh yeah, there's going to be. He's going to tie people up like trees or something and then saw their legs off.
Probably. There's going to be a human Christmas tree in this movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I was like, or 100%. Turn them upside down maybe.
Yeah.
And then cut them down or something, something weird.
There's going to be something ridiculous. I mean, that's, a staple of these movies is just like the unbarred gore. I mean, they're just insanity.
Part of me hopes it goes a little too ridiculous with like the bag, like he can reach in and then there's like always something different out of his bag that he can use to kill.
This is the thing, there's a lot of like fun motifs they could do with like Art the Clown and a Santa Claus crossover. Like there's some there's some fun things they can do with this. The Blood Angel, obviously we already saw him making a nice little Blood Angel, which was good. Yeah, there's
something about him that like you were saying he was scary or whatever, and I just want to mention this one last thing because I know we talk about him all the time, but I think that like there's a twofold approach to him. It's like there's people that like are genuinely creeped out by him in some ways, but also people root for him like they do Freddy. So, and that's where a lot of the spirit of him comes from, right? Sure. I mean,
well, and I know that one of the things that Leone was talking about was that one of the things he was thinking when he was writing part 3 was that he felt that people had gotten too comfortable with Art the Clown after Terrifier 2, and he's like, I want to make you afraid of him again.
Right. So that was what I would love.
I guess he's like intentionally trying to make you hate Art the Clown in this movie. So there's going to be some there's going to be some really like this is going to be rough. I mean, he like was asked on Twitter the other day, and it was like, where would you put this gore wise? He's like, this is far and away the goriest entry, and I don't even know where you go.
Yeah, they say that to everything though. We'll see.
Yeah, but this is Damien Leone, to be fair.
I don't know, that bed scene is pretty fucking horrific.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where you go from there.
I mean, definitely I know where you go from there. I definitely know where you go from there. A little bit shorter, if you know what I'm talking about.
Well, see, and that's the thing that's kind of being floated is like, is that what we're in for here?
No, that
would be too far.
If they did that, I might actually. Like, if he took a chainsaw to a pile of puppies that somebody gave with bows on it, I would be like, fuck Art, dude.
That's the thing. Like, I still want it to be fun. Like, part of the reason I love Terrifier 2 so much is, like, the violence is crazy, but it's not heavy. Like, it's so crazy that it's silly, and you're just having a fun time with it. Right? So, I don't know. I kind of don't want to hate Art the Clown. Because he's fun.
He did kill a couple people. Necromechanimal is said, doesn't he just kill people that cross him? I'm like, I think he killed some people in the second one for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, Allie was just like, you don't need candy, and then he fucking dismantled her body. I don't know.
And Julie wasn't really a part of the fucking thing either.
I mean, most of the victims in Terrifier do not deserve it. No, for sure. She says Terrifier definitely has some religious elements. Oh yeah, you get to the end of that second one, and she's a fucking Valkyrie and
fucking sword,
and there's a magic sword. So dude, I don't know.
This is what made me like.
This is part of why I'm excited for the third one, because like when you finish that second one, you're like, what the fuck just happened?
That's what I was thinking.
So like, because there's all that weird shit introduced with like the sketchbook with all the drawings of Art the Clown with Sienna's dad that we know fucking nothing about. There's the magic sword. Again, we don't know anything about it aside from her dad gave it to her. And then there's Art the Clown's head being birthed by the demonic dead body of one of his victims. don't know what that's like. There's so many things. Even the little pale girl, like we don't know anything about her yet. So we'll see. There's a lot of questions that need answering, which is why I think there's going to be at least a fourth one.
That would be kind of cool, Artie. Actually, I would buy that.
Terrifier as Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that makes sense.
I bet you we're not too far away from seeing that. To be honest,
It's probably going to happen. Okay, well, it's a short teaser, so there's not really much to say about it. It's a minute long. It's very spoiler free, which I'm happy about. They really don't give too much away with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's move on.
You want to do the number one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And I'll let you go with that one because I don't know anything about this.
That's fine. So Uzumaki, which if you are a fan of Junji Ito, who is the manga or comic book artist, who is like the king of horror in Japan. He's like one of the people that have inspired, there's other horror writers and other horror comic artists, but Junji Ito tends to be the more weirder. And he has a story called Uzumaki about this town that gets infected with literal spirals. People become obsessed with them. They see them in everything. They start making themselves into spirals, their hair, their fingernails, their eyes, everything, until the entire world is literally turned into one giant spiral by the end of the book, pretty much.
Oh, damn.
It's insane. And there's been a lot of iterations of it they did a live action movie, which I absolutely love. And I think Cynthia loves too. I love that movie. And they were supposed to do 3 parts of it. Well, now we have the anime that's coming out that was supposed to be, I heard Netflix was going to get it, but I guess something happened. And now it's on Adult Swim. Okay. So Adult Swim is going to be releasing it in anime on September 28th. And it will be coming out the next day, September 28th at 12:30 a.m., by the way. So it'll be that morning at like 27th at night, pretty much.
Right. And
then it comes out on Max. So if you want to watch it on Max for the Adult Swim portion, you can watch it on there.
I'm excited to watch this, but I kind of want to read it.
Did you see Color Out of Space?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. I keep meaning to watch it, and I keep forgetting to.
One of the best things about that movie is the soundtrack, the music.
Yeah.
It is probably one of the most intense endings I've ever seen in a movie, just about, because of the music. Like, it made me hold my breath for like a couple minutes.
Damn.
Until I was like, and I was like, because it's like,
yeah,
until it explodes, and you're just like, oh my god. Colin Stetson did the music.
Dude, I fucking love Colin Stetson.
He did it in Uzumaki, so it's gonna be really good.
Dude, I mean, he did the music for Hereditary. He did the music for The Menu, which did you see The Menu?
Right. Yeah. No, that was pretty good.
There's a piece that plays when they're first getting onto the boat, like right at the start of the movie, where I was like, who the fuck did this music? Because it's incredible. I think it's just called
technical.
Yeah. Oh, he's not
afraid to get like too peaky, like where it goes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like because like a lot of people when they make music, and he knows this because he makes music, but you try to keep the levels so it doesn't peak.
Yeah.
He intentionally breaks that barrier.
He'll push distortion. Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's really like interesting that he does it. So
if at some point go on like Spotify or wherever, YouTube, just look up the track All Aboard from The Menu, because that was one of the pieces that he did in that, and it really stood out to me. It's a beautiful piece of music, but also, I mean, obviously the score in Hereditary too, when you get to the end of that movie. And
oh yeah,
I
think Uzumaki is going to be really fun though because of this music. I think the more weirder the piece that he's working on, the more weird the music's going to be and more epic it can be, like in areas. And I think it's going to be really good. So
I want to read this book.
Some of it. They played it on his Twitter. So if you guys ever want to check it out, go to Colin Stetson on Twitter.
Sweet. So. Yes, absolutely. Colin Stetson is just amazing. I always get so excited to hear when he's scoring something.
I wrote him. I hope he sees it because I was like, oh my God, I forgot he's doing it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go over because we have 2 different like Blu-ray releases to talk about.
Oh yeah, should we show a picture? Oh, hold on, let me grab something.
Okay, because I pulled up one of the releases here and I can show it on my screen, I believe. if I figure out how to do this. Share screen. Okay. And I want to share this with you all. So, we'll go over this a little more when Alex gets back. But here we have a release that I am extremely excited for. Alex, are you a fan of this movie?
Yeah, I am actually. It grew on me a lot more as I got older.
Yeah.
But...
I watch this every Halloween night. So my tradition for many years now has been to watch this and then the original Halloween. So this is one that I'll be picking up for sure. There are two options. You have this really... Can I expand this at all? Yes.
The booklet and everything.
There's this cool, like, new slipcover with some new artwork on it. Then you get the original poster. There's a booklet that comes with it. These Arrow releases are so good. I just watched my 4K Arrow release of The Lighthouse the other night, and their releases are so, like, just feature rich. It was really, really good.
And yes, I agree with Artie, by the way.
To read it?
Read Uzumaki before it.
I want to.
You should. It's really an easy read. It'll go by quick.
Yeah. Okay, and then there's the other... Obviously, you can just get it with the original artwork as well. I'm just... The only reason I haven't ordered yet is because I'm trying to decide which release I want. I think I'm going to go with this one.
The limited?
Yeah, probably. I like it.
What is the other one?
The other one's just the theatrical artwork, so it would be this, but just on the slipcover.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But part of me is thinking, yeah, I'll probably do this, because I already have, like, a wall-hanging, like, blanket of that theatrical poster in the background of all of my videos. So I'll probably just do that.
They have so much, though. I don't even know what.
I know.
Like, it's like they got Phantoms, what is it, Poltergeist 2 on 4K that I really want to get. And then there's, like...
Arrow's really good, too. Like, the picture quality on them is just fucking
is this Arrow?
gorgeous. This is Arrow, yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Shout Factory. We
got...
No. What else is there?
This is Arrow Video, which I'm happy about, because I'm kind of leaning more towards Arrow. Arrow and Second Sight have been the ones that I've been really gravitating towards lately.
I will be honest, because I do collect a lot. I do have a lot more issues with Arrow, but they have been good about fixing it for the most part.
Okay, that's good.
Although I did have something we're going to talk about here in a little bit. They had to put out a copy of 2 movies that I didn't get. Like, one of the discs was messed up, and they wouldn't fix it unless I showed them video of me playing it on another 4K player, and I didn't have one. They were like, "Oh, it's the Xbox then."
You should buy another 4K player, man.
I know. I could. Well, you know, that's like expensive.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just fucking with. That's what I'm saying. That's a ridiculous thing of them to ask you.
Yeah.
So we've got tons and tons of bonus features and extras and nice art cards and all the lovely stuff that you've come to expect from these kinds of releases. I'm super excited. I'll be picking this up. That will be me triple dipping on Trick or Treat.
Wait, does it have the short in it?
Oh, it has to. Surely.
That's what I'm wondering.
I've never watched Trick or Treat without watching the short.
Tales of Folklore.
Season's Greetings. There it is. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Right here it is. Oh, and it has a director's commentary.
And it's in 4K, I wonder?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I watch that short film every single time I watch Trick or Treat. I don't think I've ever watched it without doing that. Okay. Did you put the release you wanted to talk about? Is there a link to that in the keep, or...
Oh. Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
I'll get it for you.
Cool.
It's Synapse, right?
Yes.
Hold on a second.
There's a bunny
Synapse
right there,
has
by the
actually
way.
been putting out some really good shit, dude. Like, they're
they're
a little
great.
bit pricey, but I will tell you, out of all of the companies that do transfers, them and Vinegar Syndrome have some of the best.
Vinegar Syndrome is
and my
really
MVD
good.
has been stepping up their game too. So
yeah.
So there's 2. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Artie, there's a bunny right above my finger right now. I was showing Alex him before we went live, but...
Okay, do you need me to put the links in the chat after? Or?
Just put it in the keep, if you can.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
And then I'll just open it that way.
Good call.
He's just chilling back there. He's not even moving. What are you looking at, man? He's looking at the Rockland Grave setup. He's admiring it. Or judging it.
He's going to eat it.
Do you like it or do you not like it?
He will eat it.
Don't eat it, man.
No, it's definitely dinner.
Is it a pet or dinner? We can talk about that later.
Yeah, it gets cold up there in
It gets cold up here in old Canada.
Canada.
Yeah. Okay,
All right,
so there's two of them.
It should be over your way now.
Two of them. Cool. Okay, so still.
You want to make me
loading.
big on the screen here for a second? You know how to do that.
Wait. Here it is.
Right. But
Do you
I
wanna
actually
be-
have make me big on the screen for just a moment.
Okay.
You can do a single. Double-click me.
God damn.
I can't do it because I
I
don't have
don't know
control.
what's happening. Double click you? I'm double clicking you. It's not doing anything. It's just me.
Oh. Okay,
Does this
that's good
work?
enough. I got both of them,
There you go.
but I'm kind of obsessed with these two movies, by the way. These are not out yet, by the way. I'm going to be
I noticed
reviewing
that.
them. They were sent to me to review.
Hell yeah.
But both of these are re-releases of the Synapse double pack where they had the two. So if some people just don't want to have both of them, maybe they just want the original cases because some people are pretty particular about that. You have both of these, and they have two different covers too. So you can actually use whatever one you want. I haven't even opened it yet. So
Amazing. Okay, well, let's go over these then.
Open it right now while you're doing that.
Share screen. Demons. There we go. So yeah, this is it here. These are from Synapse. Pretty around the same price as the Trick or Treat release, actually.
Yeah, a little pricey, 44.
A little pricey, sure.
Yeah,
But I mean, they're a bit of a smaller label than Arrow is, so that's fair.
they really put in the work on these.
Oh
so
yeah,
it is-
don't sleep on Synapse films because they're really, really good.
I
yeah.
do think sometimes people get a little dissuaded by the price on them, but they are a much smaller
I can understand that.
but bigger company in a way. Like they do put a lot in here. A lot of this is going to be the same as the ones they had before.
Yeah.
I think there is some newer stuff in it, actually. Let me look. Anyway, go ahead and talk about it. Have you seen these movies?
I have not seen these movies.
Oh,
and
okay.
perhaps this is the perfect time to see them
You really should.
with these new releases coming.
Lamberto Bava, produced by Dario Argento. Lamberto Bava is the son of Mario Bava, who is probably one of the biggest legends in horror history. If it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have seen an Italian uprising of all kinds of films. It was literally him that blew it up.
Yeah. Very exciting. So we have one.
Mario Bava inspired Friday the 13th.
Did he?
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was just Halloween.
No, it's but yeah, I think there's pretty much everything the same thing that's on the other one.
So, okay, and it is from the original camera negative, so we're talking like proper 4K transfers, which is good.
And if these are the ones that are like the other one, these are fucking good because
So,
I
and
have the other version.
This is original cut and shorter US version featuring alternate dubbing and sound effects. So there's two cuts on there as well. Similar to, I can't remember. I think is Blue Underground. Is that a label?
Yeah, they have it. Yeah.
Because they have, I'm thinking of House by the Cemetery, which had a bit of a similar thing where it was like there was another release that was strangely dubbed and a little shorter or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've pulled it out.
Artie, if you've never seen these movies are very much like, okay, so first of all, show them the first one real quick.
Here it is.
So the first one is essentially about basically a theater that's going to be open for this special occasion. A guy with a really weird fucking satanic mask goes around handing people tickets to this. I don't know if you can see here, to the Metropole.
That's awesome.
And this is exactly what you get inside of it, by the way. It's like a ticket for the Metropole and even talks about it on the bag, which is a real place in Italy. And And they go to watch this movie, and somebody puts on the mask, the prop mask that's hanging on this motorcycle for the movie that they're about to watch. It cuts their face, infecting them with demons. And then soon, while they're watching the movie, they get locked in by the evil itself and start tearing each other the fuck apart. One by one, they will find you.
Hell
but
yeah.
no, they all turn into these hideous, fucking crazy, fucking nightmarish demons that if they scratch or bite you, you will turn into a demon. So it's very much like zombies. Extremely brutal. They make extremely scary sounds. They're very agile, very angry, and scary as fuck when I was a kid. Very it's about in the movie they're watching I think it's like maybe I'm getting confused a little bit, but the story they're watching on the screen is very meta. So it was like a meta movie before meta movies.
Okay.
So the stuff they're watching on TV is supposed to leak out into the theater. See what I'm saying?
That's pretty cool. Okay.
So who ripped off Night of or Demons?
Good question.
Yeah. Definitely Night of is the original.
Yeah. Shall we move on to the second one?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Second one is also by Lamberto Bava, who is... These movies are amazing, dude. Like, they're literally in my top 10. Like, great movies.
Hell yeah.
This is an obligatory sequel in a way because it doesn't really have anything to do with the first one, but there is a birthday party that's going on for this girl, and it's Sally, and she's having an apartment complex birthday party in this huge, technologically advanced, like super futuristic fucking apartment complex. And the TV comes on, and they're watching. This is her invitation to her party, by the way, at the complex.
These are cool releases.
Yeah, they've done that with a lot of them. They do the birthday gift and then the ticket. But then people are watching this documentary on the TV, and the evil gets into their apartment complex through the television, literally pushing a face through the television. It's one of the coolest scenes in horror history, other than Freddy Krueger doing it, you know, but I think they did it. I don't know. It's scarier with this one, in my opinion. But it infects the whole building, and they added a little bit of a caveat. Whenever a demon gets cut or killed, their blood burns through the floor and melts things, kind of like aliens. Well, yeah, I love these movies. Probably some of the most graphic, bananas fucking shit. But any chance I get to talk about these movies, I do, and I'm probably going to do either 1 or 2 review on these.
Are there
soon,
2 cuts on these as well?
Yeah, and I'll show you just how much of a
them?
fucking nut I am about it. Hold on.
Okay. The little guy wanted to come up. Now you guys can see the bunny. Hey, buddy. What's your favorite horror movie? You guys like him? He's not mine. But he likes me enough that he could be. Should I kidnap him? I think I got... Are you comfy? Yeah? I do want to see these movies. These sound cool. And I want to read that book that... Or is it a manga or is it a book? I think it's a manga. It sounds pretty cool. Demons. I know that there's Night of the Demons as well, and I was confused because I thought they were the same thing, and then I learned that they weren't the same thing.
So I didn't have the DVDs, but I have the original Synapse Blu-rays, steel case, which are pretty cool. I have the Synapse Films double one here.
Nice.
Which is not
I've seen that in stores.
Yeah, this is the one that these other movies are very much, they're the same rips of, pretty much. So if you got this, you got this.
Nice.
And then Arrow put out a UK version, which a lot of people didn't really like because the case is really fucking shit.
It looked weird.
I'll show you why they didn't like it. It's just cool. I think it's cool. The J card's on here, but yeah, look.
Okay, right, one of those.
But when you put it on your shelf, what happens when you pull it out?
Yeah, it's gonna just come right off.
So yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it's got 2 different sides. Like,
yeah.
pretty cool. Both of them come with those tickets or whatever, but I still need to look and see how the picture quality is on them, so I'll go over that on my video or whatever. But anyway, yeah.
Sure.
Sorry, I know everybody is like, what the fuck are these?
No, I mean, I feel like there's a fair amount of people who are fans of these movies. Like, I've certainly heard about them many, many times.
If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it.
Yeah, I'll check them out. I mean, I'm starting to put together my list for all the movies I'm going to watch in October this year, so maybe I'll put that on there. I would love to hear what you think about them. Yeah.
They're definitely cheesy, but if you like... you like, what do you call it? Fucking Satan's little helper. I think
it'll be fun.
You'll be good.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll pick up those releases. Maybe that's the perfect way to see it for the first time. It's worth it.
I mean, these are classics. A lot of people talk about them, so...
Yeah. Okay, the next thing that I want to touch on, I'm going to skip one and I'll come back to it in a second because I want to start with the announcement that I'm not super excited about and then something that I am excited about.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Should have read some of the comments first real quick.
Oh, yeah, I guess we should go through. See, this is the thing. This is the thing when we don't have Dylan. He's so good at this stuff.
So let's see. Italian Evil Dead. I love demons too. The demons, Ty Lee said, coming out of the TV freaked me out as a kid. Me too, dude. So I fucking totally agree. So who ripped it off? Demon cover. I like how ooze drips down from the dog. Yeah, that was a cool scene. Run, Evan, run. I
had the bunny with me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uzumaki is a manga. It's a collection of interconnected mini stories. They're all connected. Yeah, they're definitely connected. The cover of art of Demons 2 DVD is from the scene of her possessed standing in the doorway, which, by the way, I always thought looked like Ash in Evil Dead. That shot looks exactly like Evil Dead 2, I think, maybe, or Evil Dead 1, one of the two.
Okay.
So, They're essential viewing, great 4K release. Booyah. Anyway.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, I'm excited to see them for the first time then.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's one that I don't know if you were much of a Dexter fan, Alex.
Yeah.
I loved that the original show was phenomenal for the first 4 seasons. And then after the Trinity Killer, it started to fall off. And then you get to the final season especially, and it was dog shit. Did you watch... What the hell was it even called? New Blood? Dexter New Blood?
I did not.
Okay, so it was
I stopped around the Trinity Killer.
Oh.
And the sister thing is when I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Oh, so you haven't even seen when it gets really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why I stopped, because I was like, it's going to ruin it for me.
Yeah, so New Blood was basically... That was them positioning themselves to kind of go we're going to try and fix the end of Dexter. And it was better than season 8 of Dexter, in my opinion. Still not a, honorable ending for what was a really, really good show. And then they announced that they were doing a Dexter prequel with a young Dexter. So that's coming out. But now there's also another series that they've just announced, which is Dexter Resurrection, and Michael C. Hall is returning because they're doing the New Blood thing again, it sounds like. They are...
So he's keeps fucking up and keeps wanting to go back?
I guess. They just keep fucking up this show and then trying again. It doesn't... So, okay, we'll introduce a whole new generation of viewers into this iconic series by starting from the beginning. So I don't know if this is a remake of a TV series.
Yeah, that seems weird. I don't know how it ended, so I don't want to spoil it. I probably shouldn't spoil it either.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I don't know what the fuck this means. I don't know if they're remaking Dexter. I don't know if they are filling in some blanks from the show. I have no idea. I am not... I'm not super excited about this.
Really?
No, I mean, I'm curious. I'll watch it.
Pretty excited. I'm not really, because
I sound jazzed. No, I'll check it out because I really do love Dexter, and a lot of that is just because I think Michael C. Hall is such a good actor, and even when the show is bad, he's so entertaining and so engaging to watch. I will say New Blood is worth watching. I did enjoy New Blood. It just wasn't the perfect send-off that I wanted for that character. I'm glad that Michael C. Hall is returning, because like the Dexter prequels or show I had no interest in, because I'm like, it's not Michael C. Hall, I don't care. I think that he's what made that character so compelling. And we already did a lot of prequel stuff in Dexter. They showed so many flashbacks with his father, like taking him through I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen the show, but like there were plenty of flashbacks that filled in a lot of blanks in Dexter. So I don't know what a prequel series is going to be. Now I don't know what Resurrection is going to be. This feels like they're doing like a Dexter multiverse, and it's getting silly at this point. I will check it out. I hope it's good. But even when they got the original showrunner back for New Blood, it still wasn't quite what it needed. So I don't know.
Did any of you guys watch it? Like, did you like it at all, or you just kind of like, never heard of it really?
I enjoyed it.
It's like I have what the fuck was that? There was something that happened with the sister.
Yeah.
It just really pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm done.
They made a lot of weird decisions with her character.
Yeah, she was getting annoying after a little while, but
yeah,
I liked her boyfriend, who was the FBI guy.
Yes.
He made me want to eat cucumber sandwiches, so that's where I started eating cucumber sandwiches.
What is this that you just added in there?
Oh, you'll see.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this is a new release. There's 2 coming out, actually. I'm going to we're going to compare the 2, because I think it'll be a good idea to do it, but this is the first one, so you can put that in. And then
that makes me excited. We'll talk about this in a second. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll show you another one that'll make you even more excited here in a second.
Wait. T. Parker Evans. It was confirmed that Resurrection takes place after New Blood. Okay, so I'm even more confused now. This is weird. All right, sure. Why not? I'll fucking Jesus Christ. What are they doing? When does it premiere? It said it premiered in December or something like that. Is expected to premiere in summer 2025. So it must be the prequel is premiering in December. So summer 2025, we'll get to know what the fuck they're thinking following up New Blood. What a weird spot to try and pick up the story and tell more. Sure. Thank you for clarifying that, by the way, man, because I did not know that had been confirmed.
I think that's Scream. I can't remember who did it, but this was Imprint. They're both of these are Blair Witch, by the way.
So we're getting 2 new releases of the Blair Witch Project, are we?
Yes.
Very exciting. Okay.
Well, yes and no. I have opinions on some of this, so I figured you would too.
Okay.
First of all, I want to explain. I'm kind of a big fan. I just bought these recently.
So this is news to me, so you're probably gonna,
sort of. I know a little bit about it. I need to compare them because.
Oh, so this is a collection.
I work with Imprint. They do send me stuff like this out, and I did request to get a copy. This has the first and the second one.
Okay.
Only on Blu-ray that they're coming.
Uh-huh.
Now, so the second one has been kind of lost to time, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal for the second one.
Has it ever had a Blu-ray release?
Yeah, the first one did.
No, I mean the second one.
I don't think so.
Because I had the first one on Blu-ray.
The first one's on Blu-ray, and it's not a really good copy either. No. It looks like shit.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to make that movie like technically look good.
These are non-regioned, so you will be able to play them. Or I wouldn't get a copy, I don't think.
Cool.
It should say on the thing if you can scroll just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure these are not regioned.
Does it say that? Disc 1.
Does it say anything about region? Because
they'll say it. Do it like this. Region. It does not mention region on the whole page.
Right. I don't think it is. Most of their stuff isn't. But occasionally they do have some stuff. But a lot of people are excited about this one either. I'll find out for sure.
This is only 1,500 copies too, by the way.
Right. So that's the other thing. It's like I was like, I need to put my bid on this one, and it comes in a hard box and everything like that. Though there is another release that's coming out, and that's the one I just put the one on top of it.
Now, do we have pictures of that, or just this Twitter thing?
There is no pictures. There's no like landing page for it just yet.
Well, let me just share the Twitter thing then. Here we are. Dawn of the Discs is talking about Second Sight releasing the Blair Witch Project. Now, as I was just saying, I love Second Sight, so that makes me very excited.
Both of these are, believe UK companies too, or no, one of them's imprints in Australia. I'm sorry, that's why I get it confused because they, they do the British,
Right.
the royal, but this one apparently is going to be the uncut version of it.
Interesting.
So apparently there was a version of it many moons ago that they didn't get to put out because the studios were highly pressuring to put it out a certain way. And so this made a lot of people upset. We've already seen that there was people that were upset that made the movie because they consider themselves writers of the film as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't heard them talk about this yet, and I probably should have dug a little deeper. Which makes me think that this is okay with them. So maybe they made a deal or something, or
maybe, yeah.
Where they're getting a little bit of a cut.
Yeah, I believe the technical term is fucked it all up, but neither they or Lionsgate ever fixed it.
Right. That was the thing. They put a grain over fucking digital. Like, why are you putting grain over digital?
Shit.
That's what they were upset about. But he said, for 25 years, artisans Lionsgate have been content to put out a version that a film is not the filmmakers intended it to look, with broken motion and film grain over video. Now that we have an actual filmmaker and producer approved version coming out, I think that I've earned the right to dump on a release that Transfer Artisan did without consulting us. If they want to cash grab dump it on the market, I can't stop them, but I'm not going to shut up about something I worked so hard on being released with a shoddy transfer and the same old extras. It's been announced yet, but there is a new version of the original film coming out October with exclusive new content, and for the first time ever will look the way it was intended to from the beginning.
Wow. Back
in 1999. Artisan never consulted us on the transfer, and they, I believe the technical term is, fucked it all up, and neither of Lionsgate ever fixed it. Not even for the Blu-ray release. The version coming will stand as the only version that represents the filmmaker's complete vision for the film.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm buying that.
I'm buying both.
I'll definitely buy this one. I don't know about the imprint one yet.
I want the sequel at the very least.
I've seen it once.
I don't know that this is going to be in 4K though, because that doesn't really make much sense.
I don't care. I don't need Blair Witch Project to be in 4K. It was the same thing where like recently Dylan sent me that thing where
they're going to be on Blu-ray, I think, is all I'm saying.
Dylan sent me that thing where it was Lake Mungo was getting re-released in 4K, and I was like, cool. Why?
But really?
Yeah. Why? I mean, I'll buy it. But why?
We get the first Omen tomorrow, I believe.
Oh, it's first Omen on physical tomorrow. Fuck yeah.
I still need to finish that. I never saw it.
I've seen it like 4 times now.
Really?
Yeah, because I had a couple people who like wanted. I saw it in the theater twice, and then there were a couple people after who were like, "I want to see this." I was like, "I'll watch it with you."
Dude, I've been watching so many fucking movies because of the festival. I'm going to the Fantasia Film Festival, and there's been so many movies that I have to watch. And then I have to put content out on top of it. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do the festival coverage. I was like, I just can't take on that kind of workload right now.
I liked it, man. I've had a really good time. I got to talk to Chuck Russell, who made The Blob.
Yeah.
1988, which was a fucking cream dream. He's got a new movie called The Witchboard Out. I got to talk to Steven Kostanski. So if you guys are new to my channel, you can go over there and check those interviews out reviews of those movies that they did. I haven't done The Witchboard yet, though. So.
Yeah. It's super cool. Like the shit that you guys have gotten, like because you and Dylan were both covering Fantasia, and it's been really, really cool to get to see some of the stuff that you guys are doing there. It seems like a fucking.
I went a little buck wild and started reaching out to people, and on top of it, I filled him in too, but he seemed a little like he was at work, and you can only do so much.
Sure.
But I was instantly wrote to Steven Kostanski immediately and was like, yes, I'm in. Let me in. And so they let me in. I was like one of the first to respond. They were like, here. They weren't even giving out the movie yet to anybody unless you were interviewing them.
Right.
So that's how I got to see the movie and do a review on it.
There's one interview I'm trying to land this year. Well, 2. One I already have lined up. I'm getting the Addams Family back on like later in the year.
Great. Perfect.
Which I can't wait. to talk to them again because I fucking love them so much. I can't wait to
Oh,
see
you guys
Hellhole.
will meld perfectly too. That's.
Oh,
I
I've
think
talked to them
that'd be
before.
good,
I've talked to the Addams Family before.
yeah. Oh, I haven't seen it on your channel.
Yeah, I did an interview with them for Where the Devil Roams before it came out.
I'll have to watch that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was really fun because like I did a video on Hellbender and then I started talking with, I think it was Zelda I was chatting with, and then she gave me some information to get through, and I had Zelda, Toby, and John all on. Lulu wasn't able to make it, unfortunately, but they're wonderful. I really, really like them.
I think I like them more than I like some of their movies a little bit. You
Sure.
know, like I don't have anything against them. I don't dislike them.
Yeah.
Even.
Hellbender's still my favorite
As
from them.
huge a fan as everybody else. You know what I mean? Like I love that they do really cool work but for so little.
There's such a unique voice in the genre too. Like there's no one making stuff like that, and it's just like every time they have something new coming out, I'm like, no idea what this is gonna be, and I can't wait. Like they're always so fucking weird. Like I remember seeing Hellbender for the first time. I was like, I've never seen a movie like
the
this.
newest one was the weirdest to me.
Yeah, Where the Devil Roams.
Yeah, that one I had a really hard time. It was like, I don't know. Like I get what they were doing, but it felt a little too big for the budget, and it kind of distracted me a little bit.
Yeah,
so
I need to watch it again because I've only seen it the once. But I think it was Vinegar Syndrome did a Blu-ray release of that, and I have that sitting over on the shelf there.
See, now that's something Dylan got a hold of that I didn't get a hold of, which is Hellhole, their new movie.
Yeah, I have a screener coming in for that, so I'm gonna check that out pretty soon. Yeah, I was just chatting with Toby about that, I think.
I asked for it, but I didn't get it. So.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of people bugging them, so you know.
Oh, for sure. I mean, after Hellbender, like that movie was so big, it just came out at the right time, where like everyone fucking saw Hellbender, and then it worked out for them very well, which I'm glad because now they're getting to make these like really cool movies with a bit more money behind them to see their vision come to life. The other interview that I'm trying,
by the way, with you real quick, before we go too far.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue what you're saying.
The one other interview that I'm trying to land for this year, and I may have an in. I may be able to get Eggers.
Oh, hey, that would be cool.
I may be able to get Eggers.
I mean, I would interview him just because.
Totally.
It's
just so you can tell
Eggers.
him, like, hey, fuck you.
No,
I'm joking.
No, I would pick his brain.
Oh, yeah.
About a lot of stuff that most people probably wouldn't, actually.
Yeah, I'm really trying to push to see if I can make that happen. Because that would be a fucking dream come true, man.
I know. This is what I had to do for myself, set myself aside a little bit for
the
Blob.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, I saw the movie. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. So I had to ask questions of why, of things that I didn't, you know. Yeah. But I was still nice about it, you know, like, obviously. But I wanted to share with some of you guys, and I know some of you are Blair Witch fans, but
these are the games.
Those are games, right?
Yeah, these are cool as fuck.
You can, like, open it up, and then there's, like, the disc. And these are like, what's those old horror Japanese games?
I know what you're talking about.
There was the Silent Hill. Yeah, these are very Silent Hill-esque.
Yeah.
But there's 3 of them, and I got them for like $25. And I thought
great.
it was like really cool. My buddy Jason got them, and I was like, "What? There's games?" So there's one with like Blair Witch with Rustin Parr. Then there's part 2 with Coffin Rock.
There's so much Blair Witch lore that is not explored in that first movie.
There's comic books and
it's
novels.
Crazy.
And then there's this.
Yeah.
Volume 3, the Ellie Kedward tale.
Yeah.
But there's novels that they have that Jason showed me that he had that are worth like $500. We're talking like $500, like, but they're like these little tiny Goosebumps like tales.
Yeah.
Of like the Blair Witch. So it's really cool.
Sure. What else?
They're not very good, but they're so nostalgic. Yeah, I would still like to play them.
Okay, so we have, looks like 2 other things here, and they're kind of related because we're talking about indie films here. Let's start off with this one. Bear with me just a moment while I adapt to the muscle memory of this. I was a little surprised to hear this.
I was not.
I can't say, like, I don't know. I feel like maybe not surprised isn't the right word, but curious because I really enjoyed this movie, but it was one of those things where it was like, I don't know if we need it again. So I would imagine because it's kind of the big draw, aside from the crazy kills, that they're probably going to stick with the same sort of presentation that they did in the first one, I would imagine.
Right. And there's something that happened at the very end of the movie that was very obscure.
Yes.
And left a lot of questions in people's heads.
Yes. And we won't spoil it because this is still fairly recent. But
I think that also played into their hand of making a sequel in some way anyway.
Sure. And I think part of the reason that I was kind of like, oh, okay, was because I feel like I remember them saying that they weren't thinking of it as a franchise at all when they were asked about sequels initially. But, you know, hearing it, and you saw all the buzz that In a Violent Nature had, and even if the reaction was very mixed to it, everybody was talking about this movie for a while. It was fucking huge. Largely because of that yoga kill thing, which rightfully so. That was fucking nuts. I'm interested. Like, I really enjoyed In a Violent Nature. I know there's a lot of people who really, really don't like that movie, and I still get comments on my review of it, like, as recent as today, of people being like, fuck this movie. Like, there is some real vitriol towards this thing. I enjoyed it. I thought it
tricked.
yeah, absolutely. And I do think that they mismarketed the fuck out of it. Like, they were pushing it as like the goriest movie of all time. You're having to
it's pretty fucking
It is gory. It is gory, but the issue was that they were trying to do the Terrifier viral marketing thing.
Right.
People are throwing up at festival screenings. Like, no one's someone had 4 beers and a fucking bad hot dog.
Did they say that at Evil Dead Rise as well or something?
Yeah, which like, guys, it's not gonna it worked. Look, it worked for Terrifier 2 because the studio wasn't the one that started that. The reason that worked is because that one picture of someone outside of, like, right next to the Terrifier 2 poster with paramedics around them, that one picture was taken and then it just went off. And that happened naturally.
I love that.
Yeah, it was great. This is the studios going, we're going to market it like this, and it doesn't work when you do that. Because
you're
set
very old school, old style of marketing, by the way.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You know?
But like, people are just they know better than that now. Like, we see that and we're like, bullshit. It's like when you market a movie as the scariest movie of all time.
It's not a rip-off. It's so different.
This is a nod for sure. Really like, there's a lot of homage in A Violent Nature to Friday the 13th for sure. There's so much that sets this apart from Friday the 13th. Like, it's a very different kind of thing. But I do think it's funny that we're getting 2 In a Violent Nature movies before we get another Friday.
Dude. That's super fucking cool, man.
Same. And I'm maybe I sound more negative than I want to right now. I'm excited because I really like that movie. I had a very good time with it, and I watched it 3 times, I think.
I figured you would like it because of the pacing was, because of the things in between.
I think I saw it before you did, and I was like waiting for you to see it.
Right.
Yeah.
You might have.
Yeah. Yeah, the pacing was very cool, and I just liked how it like sucked you into an atmosphere, and it was very like ambient. You were just really like felt like you were walking through the woods. It was really cool. Like, the soundscape was paid a lot of attention. You liked it too, didn't you? From what I remember, yeah.
I think I don't remember. I need to watch it again because I need to see where it falls if it actually hits an 8.
Yeah,
I think I give it a 7.5.
It's those last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it really does kind of make or break you. And even I had to struggle with it a little bit, but I was like, wait, remember all the other cool stuff?
Oh, and me too. And I love boring, dumb shit. So like I watched The Lodge. Dude, I watched The Lodge like a couple months ago.
I love The Lodge.
Here's the thing. This is the thing. I was fucking shocked. So I watched this movie and I was like, God damn, that was good. And then I was like, let's go online and share in this. And I look and everyone fucking hated it. Had terrible, terrible bottom of the barrel reviews almost universally.
It was in my top 10 for that year.
Dude, it probably would have been for me too if I'd seen it then. I loved that movie, and that's a very slow movie. It's
one of the more cruelest films that I've ever seen because of the one thing in it.
Yes.
And the way that the actress performs the result of that is insanely accurate.
It's harrowing, man.
He has just like given up.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, they've broken this woman. You know what I mean? Like, it's
the twist in that movie. Like, obviously, I don't want to spoil it because, like, it's not like it's not one of those things where everyone has seen this.
You should see it, though.
And you definitely should see it. Although maybe we're crazy because everyone seems to hate it. But
Watch it or else.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I still haven't seen The Devil's Bath, which is the new movie from them, and I'm excited to check that out.
The Devil's Bath was theirs?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's
Same
right.
people.
It's not out yet.
No, not officially, I don't think. No, it's on Shudder now, isn't it? Right?
I can't remember. I think
I
I
don't know,
watched.
man.
I can't remember if I watched. I guess I'm so many confused. I got to see the covers now.
Yeah, I don't
I've seen
know.
so
Let me
many
check.
movies in the
Am I
past
even
couple
logged
of
into
days.
Shudder?
It's all bleeding together.
Let's see.
And that's the other thing, because I've been watching so many slow burns at the fucking festival. Like, I was getting movies confused between other movies because they were kind of doing similar stuff sometimes, you know, like.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, Devil's Bath, same director as The Lodge and Goodnight Mommy. So if you like
What
that kind of
movie were
shit.
we talking about? Oh, in a Violent Nature.
It was
too,
in a
yeah.
Violent Nature too. I'm excited. I'm curious. I don't know how much more gas that formula has in it. But
I think there's something to it. I think
certainly, I'm not saying it's out. I'm not
I
saying
don't
it's
know
empty
if
at all.
he's cynical about the slasher genre or he
This is
loves
the thing.
it.
There have been
That's
some.
the thing about the movie that I think people get upset about is they can't tell if he's being a dick about the fucking genre or not.
And I will say, I think it was Cody Leach who was talking about this in his video on In a Violent Nature, which I watched after I did mine, where he was saying that at the screening, Chris Nash was kind of being a little bit of an asshole towards the genre, and kind of being like, oh yeah, we did it like that because we knew it would piss you off. It's like, why are you talking like that, man? What are you doing?
In an interview, he said, one of the interviews that I watched, he said, you know, it's funny because this film is in some ways so very 100% true to the slasher genre. But in another respect, it's like completely different and people are probably going to hate me for it. And I was like, what does that mean? What are you
talking
doing?
about, man?
Like, you know, like, what do you need? And then he wouldn't explain what the ending was all about because, of course, you know, he's one of those, you know, which is fine, which you shouldn't tell anybody, really. Because no one ever likes what your ideas are anyway. They just, if you leave it linger, then they come up with something better.
The power of interpretation is strong.
Right. I think there's enough room to make a sequel, though. I think that it would be interesting to see. I don't know. I want to know more about the lady at the end. That's all I want to know.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
feel
there's
like
definitely
she
some
needs to
stuff.
return, and she was a character in Friday the 13th, Part 2. By the way,
You're on to, yes, she was. Yeah, she was the one who got
there is
double
some
speared,
connection there.
right? She got impaled. She was one of the couple there that got
I think you might be right.
stuck. Yeah. Yeah, so she was in Friday the 13th. So that's cool. Okay. On to the next thing. I'm not nearly as smooth as Dylan is with these transitions. I feel like
do the Devil's Bed, Bath and Beyond, Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, there you go. So this is exciting.
Let's read some comments real quick.
Sure.
Necromechanimal.
Thank you, by the way. I keep forgetting.
I like The Lodge and A Violent Nature was great, except the first kill being off screen and monologue ending. The sequel has massive potential if they take a few notes from the fans. Probably, but I feel like they're going to leave that a little space open.
Yeah.
And now that there's possible a second one, if this one takes off and does something just slightly better and still leaves that little question at the end, they'll probably make a third one.
Yeah. I mean, if they're doing a second, I'm expecting more than one sequel to this.
Right.
Yeah. Because it was either going to be one of those things where it was not going to have any, or it's going to have a couple.
Right.
That was kind of where I was at with it. We kind of kept up with most of it.
Because I like this movie more than I did like Part 2 of Terrifier in a way.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
cool.
I like art a lot, but I don't like the story in 2.
Sure.
So it really kind of fucks me up.
Sure.
But then there's no story in this one. And then it's like it's slim pickings on that end.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do I don't know. It's
but
like
also In a Violent Nature has very little story, but it also doesn't spend much time on the story. Terrifier 2 does spend a fair bit of time hinting at stuff. Yeah. Like there's a lot of that. So I do understand what you're saying. Like I get that.
They were throwing ideas at a wall and they were like, all right, what do the fans think?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Or at the very least it was like, we're just gonna save this for the next one.
What's that?
Yeah.
Huh?
So another recent movie that has been also somewhat divisive
What's
But
up, Eli? How you doing, buddy?
Eli, what's up, man? Oh, there's absolutely more story in Terrifier 2. 100%.
Yeah, there's more story that we'll never probably be able to fit in 5 movies, probably.
Yeah, no, but he's saying more than the first Terrifier.
Oh,
absolutely, yes. Without a doubt. I should prefer In a Violent Nature over both Terrifier films. Cool. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Totally fair. Terrifier 2 is still my preference, but I really enjoyed In a Violent Nature as well. Like, I love that. Now, this is exciting to me. We want to talk about good, like, because this is an indie horror movie. And Longlegs...
It was marketed like a big one.
It was marketed like a big one. This had the best marketing campaign of any movie I've seen in a long time. Long time.
They're comparing it to Blair Witch, and I compared it to 9 Inch Nails' Year Zero, I think it was.
Yeah, sure.
Where they did like the same marketing team, by the way.
Oh, well, there you go. They're good at it.
Yeah.
So I was following Longlegs very closely because those trailers were absolutely incredible. And then the movie was very much not what the trailers made it out to be. But I still really enjoyed it. It is such an absurd, weird, uncanny... Like, that's how I kept describing it, was uncanny. And I thought it was great. I want to see it a second time. I'm actually joining someone tomorrow to talk about it on a podcast. I'm not sure if it's live or pre-recorded, but someone messaged me when I got home from seeing Longlegs, and they're like, "Hey, I think I saw you at the theater. I run a horror show. You want to come chat about Longlegs?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I will be talking about it a little more.
What are they talking about?
Well, that's the thing. He said that he saw me at the theater and recognized me, and then
from the YouTube. I was gonna say.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I thought he was doing the backwards thing where it was
no.
Oh, you do a YouTube? Like,
no. He saw me at the theater, but like didn't approach me because I was with my girlfriend, and he was like, "I'll leave you alone," which
that's cool.
Considerate of him. But
he's famous now, guys. What are you gonna do?
No.
We've lost him. We've lost another one.
No. Anyway. So, Longlegs is a huge success now. It is, as you can see here, $58.6 million domestically, and 66.7 worldwide. For an indie horror movie that is as strange as this, that is fucking astronomical. That's awesome.
There's movies that are made with $20 million that don't make that much at the box office.
Yes. Now, I don't know what the budget for Longlegs was, but they've made a return.
Like 4 or 5 million at the most.
They've made a good return. Did we talk about this? Did you enjoy this?
I can give my short little kind of rap on it. I felt like some of he's good at tone, clearly. I'm not so sold on his writing.
I agree.
I think his writing needs a little polish. I think it also needs some purpose. It needs some... He may have very many reasons why everything was in the movie, but I felt like a lot of the coolest trigger items in the movie for the viewer were the least talked about or used things in the movie. And that, to me, is a completely missed opportunity. And someone might say, well, Alex, that's because there's going to be a sequel. Not a good excuse at all.
Have they talked about that?
Yeah. People have been talking about it for them, but I think that they should add that in the movie. And I liked the atmosphere. I liked the acting. I loved the tone of it, the vibe of it. There was so many things that I liked about it.
It's beautifully
shot. This is reminding me of something. I don't know if you know. I gave it the same score as The Witch. Because it felt obligatory to me and it didn't have purpose.
Do you mean obligatory or obtuse? Because obligatory is like required.
Obligatory, no. It felt like some of the objects he put in there were literally put in there just to be weird.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Right? Like it builds an atmosphere, so it has a point and a purpose. And he may even have a backstory on it. But it was underutilized enough for me as a viewer who wanted to sink their teeth into these things. They should have done it. And also, another thing I did not like about the movie, and none of this is spoiler, the way that they handled the mystery of uncovering the facts was zero. Like, I've never seen a mystery movie that does crime drama, like crime thriller, where you don't piece the pieces together to form the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And that really upsets me. That's one of the coolest fucking things about a movie, the lore, the like depth someone goes to create that. And if it is there, I didn't see it or he didn't write it in there.
Sure.
And so, you know, I need to watch it again to give it a second shake, but
yeah,
I was very upset.
I will say, I think The Witch is more
that.
coherent than this.
I still give it a 6.5.
Yeah.
Maybe
I liked
6.
Longlegs. I enjoyed it. Tone does go a very long way for me. Like, I can get sucked into an atmosphere and forgive a lot of things. Dylan's saying Cuckoo is better than Longlegs. I'm very excited for this. Very excited.
I agree. I agree.
I enjoyed a lot of Longlegs. It was gorgeous, like visually just absolutely beautiful. The movie is shot so insanely well. It does one of my favorite things, which is that nighttime scenes actually look like nighttime. It's hard to see at night in this movie, and I love when people do that. There's this great like Southern Gothic aesthetic to Longlegs that I really like. It's a beautiful movie. It's super atmospheric.
If you like artwork, you're gonna love the look of this movie. Yeah, it's
absolutely.
beautiful.
Absolutely.
The color aspect, the color that he used in it with the little bits of red and some of it that popped. It just was so like, you know,
it's like porcelain.
It elicits, yeah, it's like visual porn for art. You know what I mean? It's like it really is good.
Yeah. Yeah. T. Parker Evans says Immaculate is better than Longlegs. Very different movies. I just picked up Immaculate
there's
on Blu-ray.
There's an embargo on that, by the way, Mr. Buddy.
Cuckoo?
Yeah.
Better keep your fucking mouth shut.
How are we going to say it, by the way? Is it cuckoo?
I don't know.
Or
cuckoo?
Cuckoo.
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 Yeah, I just picked up Immaculate on Blu-ray. I'm excited to watch that again. I only saw it the once in the theater. But yeah, this is really cool. I think it's great that we have like an indie horror movie that's super weird that now is doing this well. In the theater, like that's great. This is
seeing more of these kind of things. I just hope they do them a little bit better. If this is what we get,
stop this marketing. Stop this kind of fucking marketing. Cut it out. Stop. Because I think a big problem with the way that they were marketing Longlegs is that they kept saying this is the most terrifying movie of the year. This is the modern Silence of the Lambs, and it's neither of those things. The movie is not particularly scary. And it's not as good as Silence of the Lambs. It's just a really weird, creepy crime thriller with some bizarre supernatural elements in there. And I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. But it wasn't one of those movies where like I left blown away. It was just like, cool. Right. I had fun with that. And I'll rewatch it because it's cool.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, and I'm very glad to see that it's doing as well as it is. And let's keep the fucking Nick Cage train rolling. I'm working on a video for Mandy right now. That's my next video that's coming out. So I'm on a bit of a Nicolas Cage high right now.
Maybe you should make that in your pocket, at least.
I actually was saying in the Mandy video, because I filmed it today, and I'm like, this is opening up a whole can of worms for me now to just talk about Nick Cage movies that I love, because I want to do that. I want to talk about Colorado Space. I've never seen it. I want to talk about Pig, because I think Pig is fucking awesome and not enough people saw it.
Well, that dialogue, like, good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I gotta do The Wicker Man. I love The Wicker Man, dude.
All the bees!
It's not even that. There's so many good lines in that movie. Get off the bike.
Away. What did he say to that girl when she comes at him in the room?
There's so many good things.
You step back or something like that.
One of my favorite lines is when he comes into the classroom early on. They've got the crow in the desk, and he's like, now why would you let them do a sick thing like that? And then there was another one where it was like he's going around asking people's names. There's someone like he's asking someone's name, and it's like, oh yeah, this is Sunflower, and he's like, of course, another plant. It's like
yeah, it's so weird,
dude. It's such a fucking weird movie, and I love it. I mean, obviously, you get the bag. What's in the bag? A shark or something?
That's why, it's like you can tell that Nicolas Cage is not trying to overstep himself in some areas.
Yeah,
like this movie, he really balanced himself very well in a way that was not like it was not a movie about Nicolas Cage. It was a movie that had Nicolas Cage, doing a really cool part in the film. So he didn't overstay his welcome.
If he just gets to be absurd, he's great.
Right. And I think those are kind of more enjoyable when it's a bad film even. So it's like I can kind of get through a movie easier that way. And this one, it really, it took a while to get to the good stuff, man. It really did.
Oh yeah.
It was a little trying. Christina was getting it. People in the theater were audibly irritable.
Oh really? My theater was having a very good time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was people go there. We had like 3 people leave.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, we didn't have any of that. People were having a good time. There was a lot of laughter because I wasn't expecting the like absurdity of this movie, and a lot of it is like
I laughed too, actually.
Me too. Like, and I'm the kind of person where like I'll usually get like annoyed if people are like laughing in horror scenes in movies, but this was one of those things where it was like,
how can you not?
When he start, I'm not going to spoil it, but when he's out in the yard,
yeah.
And I mean, you can't not.
I've got theories on it, so I'm thinking about doing a spoiler when the movie comes out.
Yeah.
Because I think I have some really good theories that I kind of mentioned to a couple people online, and they were like, "Holy shit, that's probably true." And I pieced it together from different lore outside of the movie, which is
awesome,
ironic. You know, like
I played Dark Souls. I'm used to that.
What was I going to say? Oh, so you didn't like Barbarian, right?
No, it's not that I didn't like Barbarian. It's just like I think it's
what
great.
The fuck? That was like really weird and like out of the blue.
I know. But my thing with Barbarian, I loved the first act of Barbarian. Like really, really enjoyed it. And like all of the movie is good. But I think what happens, and it's happened every time I've watched the movie, is that I get so into the feel that is built up in that first act, and then it's such a huge tonal shift.
Right.
And I don't.
Did you laugh when it happened? When everything came out?
Sort of. I was kind of just like, oh,
you're
all right.
You're safe here.
Yeah.
I cracked up. That was great.
For me, like Barbarian, the tonal dissonance was a little too much, and I also don't gravitate to like horror comedy as much as I do like the more like not grounded necessarily, but like sort of darker horror.
No fun. No,
I'm no fun at all. I just want dark, bleak, drab shit. That's what I want.
You're just in the mood for that right now, but you'll come around.
I got my Creepshow shirt on though. I got
right, but that's what I'm saying. You
like
obviously like it, but
of
I'm
course.
just saying you're just.
I do like fun stuff.
Right now.
Yeah. But I mean, this was 2 years ago, right?
Right. See, I'm at the old level where I'm like, I watch a lot of new, and I still watch a lot of old, and I'm still digging through the old just to find the new ones that I haven't seen, to find it for everybody else. And and I don't think everybody does that as much as I do, maybe. And I thought more people did it than I did, but maybe I've just seen too many, and that's just what I do. I don't know.
I mean, I like Barbarian's a very well-made movie. It was just one of those things where like the shift didn't work for me and hasn't worked for me on any of the rewatches that I've done. But I can acknowledge why people were so jazzed about it.
Here in my garage.
Yeah.
I have a wall of knowledge.
Yes. Now I will say, like, give me Richard Brake, and I'm just happy. Like, I just love. He's great. He's so good in it. I think that he's fantastic. The introduction to his character was actually fucking terrifying. Like that whole sequence in the neighborhood, like before everyone moves away, is fucking like bone chilling.
You want to see a movie that'll fucking shake you to your core, but maybe make you pissed off by the end? A little bit. It is intense. It's one of the most intense, gruesome hostage movies I've ever seen. And it has Richard Brake in it. And it was called Feedback for a little while, but now they call it Hostage Radio.
Okay, Feedback is cooler.
Richard Brake's in it, Eddie Marson's in it, Paul Anderson's in it.
Okay, it has 1 star.
Don't listen to that. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's the end that made everybody angry.
Okay.
1 star? What the fuck?
No, I just from it was the first review that I saw. It was like 1 star.
That person should be
just
shot.
Fucking with you.
I'm just kidding.
This looks cool. I'll check it out.
No, but everybody's saying it's intense. So I honestly, if you like Richard Brake, you should check that out. He's not the biggest role in it.
Did you end up seeing Strangers Chapter 1?
No.
Dude, Richard Brake is in a shot in that movie and then never there again.
Yeah,
doesn't say a thing.
Of movies like that though, right?
Yeah.
You think he comes into my room at night like that sometimes?
Yeah. You think you're going to see The Strangers Chapter 1?
Who, me? Yeah.
Yeah, you will.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch. I don't know if I'm gonna review it. It just depends. Some movies they escape. I've been kind of letting some of the big ones slip by because I can't go to the theater.
Yeah.
Like, for those of you who are here, I'll just explain it a little bit, but I'll make it quick. It's not a big deal. Just want to make sure you understand. I'm okay. I have moments where I pass out, and this is not one of them. I save up my energy, take a nap beforehand. I just literally will pass out. And I've fallen asleep on live before, actually, with Dylan once. But I can't go to the theater to see movies for that reason, because it's so dark. It's comfortable, like I can get the nice seats and stuff, but if I lay back, I could be out like that.
Yeah.
So I have to like literally take like 4 things of caffeine plus a fucking like energy drink and some coffee, and like, yeah, it's got to keep me awake though. So, and it's really hard. So I haven't been going to the theater, and I didn't watch that one in particular because I couldn't go to the theater. So I may do it later. Maybe I'll do a like wrap up of the end of the year, like ones I didn't see, and just do like a quick, what I thought of them.
Well, yeah, Strangers Chapter 1 is the best movie of the year, so you'll have a good time with that.
Totally worth checking out. Oh, the
totally
feedback. You saw the
checking
feedback. Necromechanimal. You saw the feedback movie. Nice, dude. I'm glad you saw that, dude. I try to get people to watch shit and they don't listen to me. Sometimes. I don't know. That's one of them I really like.
So I think we got through everything that was on the list.
That's right, DD.
Kind of good timing because I
Sick fucks unite.
I do think I have to jet, so that actually kind of works out. All right. Well, that went fairly well. Thank God Dylan wasn't here. Jesus Christ, that was nice.
Oh, God, it was
a reprieve from his nagging.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna get Jupiter. He's in his thing. Oh man. All right.
He's got a life now, guys. So he's got to go. Me, on the other hand, I could sit here all night. My life's not worth anything. So
Jesus Christ,
he's cool.
Man.
He's famous. You know, whatever.
Let's.
I'm sorry. I was just being stupid. I'm sorry.
I get so awkward with that shit, man. I don't know.
That's why I do it.
That's why you do it. You do it on
Tarot
purpose.
and The Strangers Chapter 1 are the worst films of the year for me.
I haven't even seen Tarot yet. Strangers Chapter 1.
You've seen this year?
Me?
Yeah.
Strangers Chapter 1. By far. It's an abomination. It's fucking atrocious.
Imagination, or what was that one?
Imaginary. I didn't see it.
I didn't hate it, but it was a little upsetting. It kind of made me angry.
I will be shocked if there's anything that's worse than Strangers Chapter 1.
I don't know, man.
You got to see it.
Imaginary really kind of pissed me off. It made me feel like I was stupid.
Yeah.
Like it was trying to trick me. Humane was hilarious. I need to see that. And I'm a Cronenberg fan.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad for his daughter. Like everybody's shitting on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that went well, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, everyone, for stopping in.
Now that it's all kicking, everybody's coming in.
I know. I have to go, man. I have to be up at like 6 in the morning, and it's later here for me than it is for you.
No excuses that I know.
No, anyway, I've been getting up like super early every day, so I am gonna have to call it. But these are always fun. So thank you everyone for dropping in and hanging out with us and chatting horror news and hanging out. Maggie, I'm glad you got to drop in right at the end here. Thank you. You said that you went in knowing nothing in regards to the marketing. You really liked it. Great. Yeah, I'm super glad to hear you liked it. I enjoyed it too. It wasn't perfect, but I had a good time with it. So we will be back in 2 weeks on Splattercast? Or is it going to be on your channel?
No, it's going to be on mine.
It's going to be on Alex's channel.
Isn't it the 14th?
Something like that.
No, we'll tell him. Let's look it up.
The 12th.
The 12th, yes.
Yeah.
We will be back on my channel, so if you haven't followed me before, follow Beyond the Void Horror Podcast,
Beyond
which I
Void.
should have given you a link, but here, hold on.
Huh? It's in the description.
Oh, yeah. Follow me there.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for tuning in and for saying hi to the bunny.
Sorry, Gremlin. We were leaving as you're coming in.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Everyone, as always. All right. We will see you guys again in 2 weeks.
I love you.
I love you guys so much.